What's up guys, it's Day and I'm back with another video. Alright guys, so what's up? It's been a minute since I made a video like this, pretty much. So, okay, today I'm going to basically do an apology type video to CRISSY. I've been thinking about doing this video for a long time, like months. I just never worked up the balls to do it. But I'm going to because I publicly came out and gave my opinion on things that I probably should have just not have, because at the end of the day, we don't know the ins and outs of anything, like any situation, whether it has to do with Damo or Dominic. And it just bothers me, especially now, to see people come at her the way that they do and say the hurtful things that they say to her or anybody else in her situation. So I feel like since I publicly came out and did tea videos and gave my opinion on things, I want to publicly say I'm sorry, because there's certain things, like when I look at things now, that I'm like, oh, that may not have necessarily been true or been the case, especially considering we all know I'm going through a very similar situation and it sucks. So this is an apology to CRISSY, but also just advice and information to anyone who's going through this type of situation, or anyone who's brainwashed or just believe anything that they see on the internet. I understand that everybody has their opinion on things and everybody is going to voice their opinion like I voiced mine. However, I just feel like, no, sometimes we need to learn when to just shut up, because there's a lot of things that I look at now that I be like, I shouldn't have. I don't know if I should have believed that, because as human beings, our minds were easily manipulated. Some people have these magical powers and they're really, really good liars, and they make you the way somebody can lie so well to make it look like the truth, is just mind baffles me. So, as you guys know, I'm going through my own situation, and it's not, that situation alone takes a toll on a person mentally, physically, and emotionally, all in one. And I know a lot of people are going to comment, oh, CRISSY doesn't love Dominic and da-da-da. Y'all, I stand firm on my beliefs with this, and I have never, because I always get in my comments, anytime I do a video on CRISSY, I get in my comments that I used to say CRISSY was not his mom and stuff like that. That's never came out of my mouth, because my firm belief has always been that CRISSY is Dominic's mother and that she loves him, and nobody's going to change my opinion on that. No one in the world. Now, even if she came out and said it, I don't think I would believe it. I would think she just said it to shut people up. And I just need people to understand, and want people to understand, that when you do YouTube, your life is publicly out there for everyone to see, and everybody's going to make an opinion on it. You can do the best in life, you can do the worst in life, and people are going to take things and run with it. Especially tea channels, and that's why, as you guys see, I don't do tea anymore, because it's just not what I want to do. Especially, I feel like me doing the tea and then what happened in my life was like a wake-up call, because who are you to sit here and say this and you don't know what the hell you're talking about? And now look at my life. Everybody thinks I'm something that I'm not. Everybody passes judgment on me when nobody knows me. And my friends just did a video exposing the real me, and that video touched my heart. Of course, a lot of people are not going to buy into it, because those are my friends. So they're going to think, oh, your friends have to talk good about you. That's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? There's just so much wrong and so much BS that goes on in YouTube. It's kind of disgusting. I was going to do YouTube full time, and then the second I made that decision, something happened, and then things were said about me, and people have their opinions. People believe it, some people don't. So I definitely understand where Chrissy's coming from. And to be honest, I understand a lot of her anger and frustration where she comes off and goes off on supporters or people who comment certain things. Like your mind, you get in a defense mode. Like you have to defend yourself at all times. And she has way more people coming at her than I do, so I can only imagine. Because I know how I feel with just the amount of people that come at me. So, like, people I feel like need to put their self in other people's shoes more often. Because what if it was you? Anybody can come out here and say whatever they want about you. That doesn't make it true. Like, me. I'm a liar, a bad mom, shitty,
And let me tell you, that's bullshit.
whatever else you want to say about me. People have to understand, people do good. Let me tell you about me, okay? I do get angry. I spaz, sure. But it's because I'm at a breaking point. I'm the type of person, I do for others before I do for myself. I put others before I put myself. I put other people's feelings before I put my own. I'll go out of my way to please somebody else before I please myself. I've always been that type of person. I don't care what nobody says. I've always been that type of person. If I had a Bible right here, I would put my hand on it. That's the type of person that I've always been. I don't like drama. I don't like confrontation, but don't get it twisted. If I gotta bang out, I'm gonna bang out. Like any normal human being. Like Chrissy, for example. You can only come at a person so much and say so much before somebody just explodes and has at it. So yeah, she might have came at supporters who were actually supporters who just were trying to give constructive criticism, but she's in defense mode now because the world put her in defense mode. Everybody has something to say. And then especially when it comes to your child, that's a whole different type of hurt. That's a whole type of defense. That is just totally different. And then when someone you loved comes and says the things that were said about her, granted, some of it might have been true, some of it might have been false. That shit just, it does something to you. Like, bitch, what? But what? How? But, like, even just like a prime example, I want people to think, if I was able to be a friend with someone for like, I don't fucking know, 30 years, and we have a falling out, and all of a sudden, I'm the worst person in the world, I did this, I did that, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, and I'm just so disgusting and shady. But you were my friend for 30 years. Why? Does anybody ever think like that? I need people to think like that. When people come out and they bash and bash and bash and make somebody out to be such a horrible person, I don't think anybody ever steps back. Well, some people with brains do step back and be like, nah, this shit ain't, what? 2 days ago, what? But nobody ever thinks like that. And that's the problem with the world, is that a lot of us don't use our brain. You get fed stuff and then a weak-souled person believes everything. Like, I understand having an opinion and feeling ways about certain things and even questioning certain things. But everything that comes out of another person's mouth is not God-sent. It doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it slightly true. Some people are good at twisting the truth. Like, you could take a snippet of something and morph it and just... And then it looks real because part of it is real, but not all of it is real. So, I don't know. I feel like I should have minded my business on certain things, which is another reason I don't want to do tea anymore. And tea is honestly what gets me my views, but I can also say tea is what brings drama. And I'm not for it. I don't care. You know, my situations are my situations. They happened. But I'm very happy and I'm in a good place in my life. I'm not going to sit here and backtrack for nobody. I'm not going to stay sad or depressed about anything. And sorry if that offends some people. I'm just not. Like, you know, it's just a tough situation to be in that Chrissy's in. And I feel her pain. And because it happened to me, I feel like, fuck, Day. You're one of those people who contributed to that misery. Because the comments that we get, the things that people say are enough to make you miserable. To be honest, sometimes I'm surprised I'm alive. And that is me being totally, bluntly honest with you guys. You guys see I picked up a nasty habit. I smoke cigarettes. I need to kick it. And I can admit that. I need to kick it. I was drinking. I was partying. Kicked it. But you never know how somebody deals with these certain situations. I might have been stronger than somebody else who's in that situation, and somebody else cut off themselves because of it. So I feel like we all need to think before we speak and before we judge. Like, I could be doing a video that has nothing to do with anything in my life, like just my vacation, and people come and say rude, hurtful things that, I'm not gonna lie, they get to me. And that's why, if you guys peeped, I started turning my comments off. But after that, I'm not keeping my comments off no more. I understand people are gonna have their opinion, but to those people who have their opinion, I want you to really sit back and think about it. Like, I have people tell me I'm a negative person. I'm not a negative person. You watch me go through a negative situation. I'm not a negative person. I take negative situations and I try to make the best out of them. And sometimes that even gets me in trouble. But I'm not a negative person. I'm lovable. I love, and when I love hard. I'm a good mom. I was a good mom. I'm a good friend. I was an amazing friend. I'm still an amazing friend. I go out of my way for my family, my friends, my partner, whoever it is. If I have it, you got it. If you need it, if you want it, you got it. And that's just the type of person I always been. I always put other people in front of myself. I'll degrade myself for somebody else. And I'm to a point where I'm done doing that for people. And I feel like people don't realize the good. They see the bad once you've reacted from being somebody's stepping stool or people's stepping stool, or being too good to people and getting shit in return. So that's the point I'm at. And I'm sure that's the point Chrissy's at. It's like, no matter what we do, no matter what we say, somebody's going to have something to say. Somebody's going to bash you, feel away, believe whatever the hell was said about you from whoever the fuck said it. That doesn't make it true. And I'm painted to be, I guess, a spiteful person. I'm not spiteful. I'm not, and I say that was an evil look. It really was. But I'm not a spiteful person. Everything I do with reason. And, there's reasons behind everything I do. And I just want people to know that, nothing I do is without reason. Cause and effect, people. I come on. I got to keep saying it. Cause and effect. So, I'm not spiteful. I've been hurt. And I'm going through a situation that is enough to... What? But I am where I am, and I'm happy. I have my days like any normal human being. But that's why I wanted to come and say I'm sorry to CRISSY, because I shouldn't have judged. I shouldn't have believed everything that was said, because it doesn't make it true. And you never know what she's going through or how she feels about situations. I can imagine how she feels on holidays and things like that. And then people will bash you for no reason. You could do a positive as F video, and there's always going to be somebody who's going to put you down. So, my words to people in this situation or any tough situation would be to keep your head up. At the end of the day, you know what's true and what's not. You know why you do the things you do and why you made certain moves, or what point you're at in your life. So don't change who you are for anybody. And I love you guys. And once again, I am sorry to CRISSY sincerely, because I did judge and I shouldn't have judged. And I want her to know that even though I am one of the people who judged her, she's not alone in this situation, and I know it's hard. But thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to leave lots of lovely comments and lots of love, because that's all I have time for. But I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.